Oh, hey guys, welcome to the music side of me. So, today I want to break down one of the songs that I just recently released called Acceptance. If you haven't heard it yet, please do so. It's available on all platforms, or it should be. And I've never done anything like this before because I feel like art or music is up for interpretation. But I don't know, something called me to make this video, so here we are. First, let me get you a little bit of background. I sort of started writing this song very unexpectedly. I remember I was coming home from a set, I was playing an extra, and my place was about 2 hours from the set. And I guilt tripped myself to start writing a song on my way back home. So I started searching up some beats online, and I came across this beat, and the the song, just honestly, it took me about 20 to 25 minutes to finish the whole song. And I remember because my train ride was about 20-minute long before I had to switch the train. And even though I was so lost in writing the song, I somehow automatically just switched my trains and kept polishing the songs and humming it. So very unexpectedly, I didn't plan on writing the song. It just came out of me. Obviously, I changed a few things when I finally went back to the studio, but overall I finished the song very quickly, and I don't remember writing it. So usually when I write songs that come so fast, I don't remember writing them. So I don't know, it's a weird sensation, but I wrote everything except for the first verse. So let's start there. It goes like this. Flowing through the storm, running traffic lights, acted as if I never seen the light. But then again, had I was one of the first lines I wrote about the song, but more on that later. So the first verse was the last thing I actually wrote about the song, and I was gonna use the second verse as the first verse, but it felt off. And when I went to the studio and I shared it with Curtis, he said the second verse or the first verse that you're using sounds like the middle of something. It does not sound like the beginning. And I was like, that's it. That's why it felt off to me, because it doesn't feel like I'm introducing anything, or it doesn't feel like the beginning. I am honestly still 88% okay with the verse, but at one point you have to stop being a perfectionist and go with something that works. And so after going through about 8 versions of the first verse, I ended up sticking to this one. The idea here is that it is about someone who's always been inside a tornado of some sort. They're always running towards something, and hence the line, running traffic lights, but they don't really know where they're going. And they have only ever known darkness or difficult times. They've never stopped to smell the roses, never really noticed the birds, never really noticed the sky, how beautiful it is, never sat to enjoy the sunset, always been on a go, 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 never seen the light, essentially. Like, they've seen the light, but they never noticed it. Let's just listen to this part. Never seen the sun, never seen the sky, never knew the golden, now it's black and white. Let's just talk about this part first. I love this part. It's actually still sort of building up on that idea of had I. I also wrote this based on my own life event. I remember being so lost in my depression, the agony of my day-to-day life, and how everything felt the same. I was repeating the same patterns. Nothing ever changed until this event that happened, and that woke me up from my slumber. So, a little bit of background. I live in Vancouver, and up north there are mountains. I know it sounds weird, but before that event, I never noticed that mountains were this close to me. I saw them almost every single day, but somehow I didn't notice how close they were. I didn't notice that the beach is just 30 minutes away from my house. I never really noticed how green everything was. It was a rude awakening of some sort, but I don't know, that's where the line "never seen the sun, never seen the sky" comes from. Like, I obviously had seen it, but I never noticed it. There's a difference between seeing something and actually noticing it, you know? So yeah, it was a bit of a strange sensation. It's like I became a child again. Everything was so new to me somehow. Now the line "never knew the golden, always black and white," it's actually about the first time I fell in love. Prior to that, if I were to give love a color, I would consider it red or pink. Maybe because of Valentine's Day, I don't know. But when I felt that cosmic, unconditional sort of love for the very first time, I don't know how else to explain it, but it felt golden. I still don't understand why. And I also shared a message similar to this in my previous song called Name It. There's a line that goes, "Thought of you colored my life, golden straight from black and white." I love that song as well. You should check it out. But anyways, I have also heard other artists talk about love being golden as well in their songs, and it did validate my experience that I'm not going crazy. And also, like, you don't really need other people to validate your own experience, but it does help, right? I am not crazy. Love really feels golden to me. And I was talking about this to a friend of mine. She was like, "No, love is red." And I'm like, I think it's all correct. There's no right or wrong here. But for me, love felt very golden. And that's where this line came from. "Never knew the golden, always black and white." And also it's like, sometimes I used to consider life as being very black and white, and I realized that that's not the case. It's not just a winning or losing or success or failure. There's a lot of gray, golden in between. Then you came along, painting blue with your eyes, pointing to my heart, show me my light. Let's talk about this. Painting blue with your eyes essentially mean that you colored the sky blue again. Like, the sky has always been blue, but I probably have just been living underneath a dark cloud, so I didn't notice it. Your blue eyes painted the blue sky. And this part of the song sort of connects to my song Serendipity as well, where I sing about someone having ocean eyes. And it's sort of like the whole EP that I'm about to release, and these 3 songs that I've already released are going to be part of it. It's sort of talking about the same story, and they are all standalone songs as well. But if you listen to the whole thing, you will be able to make some connections as well. But I sing about someone having ocean eyes in there, and it's just, I sort of built up the idea, built more on that idea. I think it makes sense. And also pointing to my heart, showing me my light line is also connects to the line in Serendipity, which goes like, "Love in us is the only thing I've done right," because I am a firm believer that when you fall in love with the right person, you fall in love with yourself as well. And the pointing to the light inside of you is sort of the idea that they point to the light inside of you, which can sound very light, airy, and cheerful, but it can be one of the hardest things to admit to yourself. Admitting to yourself your own light when you only lived in darkness can be very overwhelming. Everything that you like about that person is within you as well, and sometimes it's very hard to admit it to you. They are a mirror to you. They are showing you your own light. That's sort of the idea of that. Yeah, it's a fire. Couldn't change your mind, couldn't turn your head. You started running, I got to chase instead. I am powerful, yet so powerless. Honestly, I think this is one of the best lines I've ever written, because I am powerful, that I can deal with it, but I am powerless because I can't change it. Need I say more? Need I? Couldn't change your mind, couldn't turn your head. You started running, I cut the shades instead. Spoiler alert, that person, that event that changed your whole life is no longer part of your life, and you can't do anything about it. That's it. Yet I can fight this pain. I know they say that love can build, the love can break. Bleeding out my heart, except for love and pain. It's a very simple concept. You can't be opening up to love without being susceptible to the same intensity of pain. You When you open up your heart to love, you open up your heart to every single emotion. You let yourself feel, you let yourself cry, you let yourself love, and you suck it up. The dichotomy of human experience is chaotic yet calm at the same time. At the end of the day, you have no choice but to reach acceptance. No matter how long it takes you, no matter how much it breaks you, no matter how much you stumble and fumble on your way, you inevitably reach there, even if it's on your own. In the broad within the darkest of skies, see many lows, see many highs, but then again, Okay, now this was actually the first ever thing I wrote in this song. In the midst of all the light that you felt, there was a storm coming again. Are you surprised? Because how the hell could you just be high? No can do, sweetheart. Seen many lows, seen many highs, but then again, had I. Write this line on my tombstone. I love this line. I love this line. I love this line. And did I tell you? I love this line. Never have I ever experienced anything like this in my life before. Not with this intensity, and I never will. Write it on a stone. You broke my shell, tell me how and why. I was peacefully hiding under my shell. But no, life had to bring me out without any explanation. Baby, I knew life, but now you're gone and I never said goodbye. How dare you? The line got me out of the tomb to be me a new life. There was actually a different line there, and I wasn't really happy with it because it sounded very simple to me. I can't remember what the line was. And I was telling Curtis that I don't like it. And he was like, oh, it sounds okay to me. And I was like, yeah, but no. But I remember I had to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I came out of the bathroom and I was like, Curtis, hit record. I had an idea and I wrote this line in the bathroom. So yeah, even though I wrote the song in 20 minutes, there were a few things that I changed afterwards. But essentially what the meaning of this is, that event or that person sort of brought you out of your grave and you were reborn again. Basically, you were acting like a zombie, living life on default, and that event changed your whole perspective. Now you're reborn again. You're living a new life. Very different than what you were before. And the last line, and I never said goodbye, that really breaks my heart because that event or that person, whatever your thing is, that really was transformational. You were reborn again. You were out of your grave. You were out of your shell. You're happy again. You're living and loving life, only to have that rug pulled underneath you yet again. And without any warning, without any goodbyes. Isn't life cruel sometimes? It really is, isn't it? And what do you learn from all that? You learn that you can stand tall without that rug as well. And what do? You reach, you walk towards acceptance. Never had a love bigger than this kind. Never man no soul that felt just like mine. Hope I get to see you once again in this life. Are you really gone? 'Cause you never said goodbye. Now the last few lines or the bridge is sort of like a love letter to the person or the turn of events that sort of commenced your transformational journey. And you're sort of showing your gratitude and still hoping to reunite again. Not because you need to, but you feel like this was not the end because there was no formal goodbye. However, there could be no end because nothing ever really began, you know? Or maybe you're just in denial as you walk with a heavy heart towards acceptance. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the song. I've never done anything like this before. If you enjoyed it, please do let me know and I'll do it more. And also, please follow me on Spotify, Instagram, or Apple Music or wherever you stream music, and that would really, really, really help me a lot. And hope to see you in my next one. Thank you. Bye.